Broward County's Port Everglades is one of the busiest and most successful seaports in the world. Its leadership in the cruise, containerized, and liquid bulk cargo sectors, and with a range of other cargo activity, means that Port Everglades, while not relying on local tax dollars for operations, accounts for tens of billions of dollars a year in economic activity, making this diverse seaport one of South Florida's major economic powerhouses. Port Everglades is one of the world's top cruise home ports and home to the world's largest single-ship cruise terminal, serving millions of passengers traveling through the port each year. More than 5 million cruise passengers a year are projected by the year 2029, as the port will continue to be a dominant factor in overall tourism in Broward County and the greater Fort Lauderdale area. Cruise passengers typically make up a significant amount of the weekend air traffic at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, which, due to its close proximity to Port Everglades, provides for swift, efficient transfer of cruise passengers. It is also one of the nation's leading airports for low-fare carriers. On the cargo side, Port Everglades is among the top container ports in the United States, and it is a leader in international trade, especially with Latin America and the Caribbean. Over 1/3 of all of Florida's transportation fuel needs are met by petroleum stored and distributed by companies at Port Everglades. In fact, Port Everglades literally fuels the growth of the extended South Florida region, supplying over 80% of the region's demand for gasoline. The Broward County Board of County Commissioners took a significant step towards ensuring that Port Everglades maintains and enhances its leadership position when the Commission formally adopted the Port Everglades Master Vision Plan in March 2011. The Master Vision Plan sets the course for the successful future of Port Everglades over a 20-year horizon. Most essentially, the Master Vision Plan addresses Port Everglades' greatest need: increasing berth capacity and flexibility to handle more vessels simultaneously and accommodate more types and sizes of vessels in the future. The cornerstone project of the Master Vision Plan is expansion of the South Port turning notch, transforming a single berth facility into one with 5 berths with the potential to accommodate a 6th vessel. The expansion will involve lengthening the berth from 900 feet to 2,400 feet, initially at the present depth of 42 feet. At full use within 10 years of becoming operational, the Turning Notch expansion project is projected to support more than 112,000 jobs statewide, while having an overall annual economic impact of $10.7 billion. Paramount to the Turning Notch expansion, and in keeping with the environmental commitment of Broward County and its port, the project includes a critical environmental component. Just over 8 acres of existing mangroves will be replaced with a widely supported on-port mitigation solution that will create 16.5 acres of new mangroves. The Turning Notch expansion and upland enhancement area creation are independent of another project, which will widen the port's waterways and deepen the eastern half of the Turning Notch, its cargo berths, and the channels to 50 feet by the year 2017. To serve the needs of larger cargo ships that will be able to transit the expanded Panama Canal, efforts are underway to obtain state and federal authorization as well as funding. The deepening and widening project is anticipated to support almost 31,000 additional jobs statewide. A new Intermodal Container Transfer Facility, or ICTF, will bring rail traffic directly onto Port Everglades. The ICTF will serve as a great asset to the port's existing cargo handling operators and as a magnet for new users. Again, in maintaining Broward County's environmental commitment, the ICTF will reduce truck trips between Port Everglades and existing rail yards 2 miles from the port on Andrews Avenue and another yard 30 miles to the south, thus reducing truck emissions and impacts upon roadways. The Eller Drive Overpass project, which elevates the existing road over the planned railway to the ICTF, is the first step in creating this on-port rail capability. A new facility to house the existing foreign trade zone will be constructed west of McIntosh Road. This will be constructed to greatly improve the traffic flow in and out of Southport in support of the growing cargo throughput. This will also provide additional container storage space north of the expanded turning notch. To ensure that Port Everglades remains the top cruise port in passenger and cruise line satisfaction, the port is advancing several projects. These include improvements to a number of existing cruise terminals and the addition of 2 parking garages and a multimodal center to serve multiple cruise terminals with pedestrian walkways for passenger transportation and transfer. To ensure that the infrastructure is in place for long-term use with maximum flexibility, operational efficiency, and safety, numerous slips and bulkheads or dock walls are being upgraded and relocated. In addition, 5 state-of-the-industry new Super Post Panamax low-profile gantry cranes are to be added by the year 2029 to serve the next generation of cargo vessels. The projects in the Port Everglades Master Vision Plan have all been developed and selected based on a sophisticated market forecast model developed for this plan. Volume and market share projections guide the schedule of this project development and ensure a positive return on investment for the community. Further ensuring that the Master Vision Plan reflects stakeholder need, Broward County Commissioners directed that a broad and encompassing stakeholder outreach effort be employed from the very start and throughout the Master Vision Plan process. Thus, the Master Vision Plan enjoys widespread support from port users and operators, environmental stewards, area businesses, and residents, while setting the course for Port Everglades' success for years to come. At Port Everglades, we know what the future will bring, and when it happens, we're ready.